2005, I came to the shelter because I had a job, but I didn't have enough income to find an apartment. So I came with my two daughters. It wasn't what I expected. I expected barrack style. The house was really nice. The staff were friendly. We had a place to sleep. We had food. Sometimes they gave you a grocery card. Sometimes you might receive like a bus pass or gas cards. We had weekly classes that we had to attend. The children had Reach, which is they reach volunteers and they read books to the children to help them advance. But there was some stress. My children had to change schools, and they didn't want to. It was very hard adjusting to the rules because you're used to having your own rules in your own home. My children didn't like the rules.
I came to the shelter in January 2013, and I brought my son Darius with me. The circumstances that brought me here was because of the fact that I didn't have a place to take him go, so I had to come to a shelter. When I came to the shelter, I really didn't want to be here because of all the horror stories that I sort of kind of thought about shelters, what you see on TV and stuff like that, and I was like, there's no way I'm going. I just couldn't believe that this was actually a shelter because it didn't look like what I thought it was going to be. It had like a home setting, and it didn't look all government-y. It just made you feel like, okay, it's not that bad, and it put you at ease just a little bit.
When I came to the shelter at first, I felt like, well, how could I be in a shelter? I had worked all my life. What did I do to deserve this? I had left to protect my kids, so I came here and I felt kind of embarrassed. The shelter, helped me to realize that it wasn't my fault. They helped to guide me, and we had counseling, and they just helped me immensely.
I stayed here at the shelter for about, I believe, a month. Things that happened here at the shelter that sort of helped me was the fact of learning to let go, and that it wasn't all me, that I didn't have to do it all by myself. It was the fact that they were so kind, and even at my worst, they let me know that it was okay. And one day, I think I came in, I was having like a really, really bad day, and they actually did a prayer circle, which made me feel a little bit better to just realize that, they're not as bad as I thought they were. They're here to actually really help me, that I'm not going through this alone.
I was here for 30 days. Then I went to transitional housing. I was there for a year and a half. It gives you time to get your budget straight, go to school. Some people work on their GED. I went to school. I went to TBA, which is a pre-apprenticeship program. Our house family, Stephanie speaking, can help you.
When I came here to the shelter, I didn't have a vehicle at the time, but I did acquire a vehicle, which was great. There was the group meetings, which were great because you can give feedback to other people that are in the same situation. So I came to realize that, not only am I going through this, through one of the meetings, my son's also going through it. I think my son came through this okay. He did lash out at me and tell me that it was my fault that we were here. And when he told me that, it made me feel really bad because I'm feeling like, okay, I'm an unfit mom. I can't provide for you, and this is how you think of it. But I realized that he was also going through the pain.
If there had not been a shelter, it would not have given me the chance to get my life together and make a life for my children. We now own our own home. We're buying our home, and I'm very grateful. They still are very active in my life. I work here. I consider this a great job. It's my way to give back for what I've received, and this is a very wonderful shelter.
Right now, I am in a house. It's a 2-bedroom house. I've got flowers out in the front yard, which is something that I wanted. It's cute. I've also now acquired another job, and then there's possibility for management at this job to manage a whole group of people. Our house family, they help families, and this here is a family. I mean, once you leave here, you're still part of the family. Without them, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know where I would have been. I don't know how I would have achieved what I have achieved. It's not a quick fix. It's permanent. Because once you come through here, I mean, you will not be the same. You will not be the same.